Hello children, welcome to online classes. Today I am going to explain some important MCQ from aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids and polymers. Which of the following compounds does not react with sodium bisulfite? Sodium bisulfite NaHSO3. This is bulky reagent. Which of the following benzaldehyde, acetophenone, acetone, acetaldehyde? Which one cannot react with sodium bisulfite? So in which one steric hindrance is maximum around carbonyl carbon, that only cannot react with sodium bisulfite, because sodium bisulfite also bulky reagent. Let us take benzaldehyde. This is benzaldehyde. Acetophenone, one side CH3, one side benzene ring with respect to carbonyl group, that is acetophenone. Next to acetone, then acetaldehyde, you know. So among all these three, in acetophenone, this is acetophenone, around carbonyl carbon, steric groups are more, bulky groups are the more, that's why it won't react with sodium bisulfite. So correct answer is B. Next one, Clemenson's reduction of the given compound produces. So first you write the structure clearly: C6H5 CO CH2 CH2 COOH. In Clemenson's reduction, we know carbonyl group only converted into alkane. Reduction of CO to CH2 is happened by Clemenson's reduction. That's why in place of CO we have to write CH2. C6H5 CH2 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 COOH remains constant. That will not be affected by in the Clemenson's reduction. So correct answer is D. Next, the appropriate reagent for the transformation. So what is the change observed? C double bond O, keto group, this keto group get converted into CH2. So carbonyl compound converted in conversion of CO to CH2 is done by Clemenson's reduction as well as Wolff-Kishner reduction. In Clemenson's reduction we have to use zinc amalgam concentrated HCl we have to use. This is acidic conditions. So during this reduction what happens? CO becomes CH2. At the same time, if the acid sensitive group, alcohol is acid sensitive group, we know in the presence of acid, alcohol undergoes dehydration. That's why when zinc amalgam in HCl is used, along with the reduction of CO group, even dehydration also takes place. So we can get the product. This will be the product. So but in the given product, OH remains present. So the CO group only should be reduced, but OH should not be affected. For that purpose, we have to use Wolff-Kishner reduction. So correct answer is B. Which of the following has the most acidic hydrogen? The hydrogen which is having more magnitude of positive charge, and after the removal of that hydrogen as H plus, the formed conjugate base should be more stable. So electron withdrawing group, with respect to electron withdrawing group, alpha carbon, the hydrogen present on alpha carbon with respect to electron withdrawing group becomes acidic. Let us take 3-hexanone. This is 3-hexanone and 2,4-hexane dione. So in 3-hexanone there are 2 alpha hydrogens, 2 types. Next 2 comma 4 hexane dione. 2 comma 4 hexane dione. So in this case what happened? The alpha CH2 which is present between two strong electron withdrawing groups becomes more and more acidic. So acidic strength of the alpha hydrogen is increased by electron withdrawing group. Since the hydrogen present in CH2 group is in between two strong electron withdrawing group, this hydrogen becomes more and more acidic hydrogen. So correct answer is B. Which of the following compounds will undergo self-aldol condensation in the presence of cold and dilute alkali? Self-aldol condensation. For the aldol condensation, for the compound to undergo aldol condensation, essential conditions, at least one alpha hydrogen should be there. That alpha hydrogen also with respect to electron withdrawing group like carbonyl group. So in all these molecules, if you observe option D, there are two alpha hydrogens, CH3, CH2, CHO. That's why propionaldehyde undergoes self-aldol condensation. Correct answer is D. In the Kenny-Rose reaction given below, benzaldehyde in the presence of concentrated alkali gives benzyl alcohol and benzoate. The slowest step is, see in the mechanism in brief, I will explain the mechanism. Since alpha hydrogen is not there, OH minus attacks at electrophilic carbon. So here OH, let two hydrogens present on carbonyl carbon, let it be formaldehyde. The O minus in the next step, what happens? Since it is lesser electronegative, electron pair present in negative charge is dropped between carbon and oxygen. H minus expelled out. H comes out in the form of H minus that attacks at electrophilic carbon of the next molecule. This is transfer of hydride. The transfer of hydride, breaking of the CH bond, formation of new bond between O and C, and breaking of the CO pi bond in next molecule, and formation of new bond between H minus and carbonyl carbon. Since breaking of two bonds, formation of two bonds is involved, this is slowest step of the entire reaction. That's why rate determining step. So the transfer of hydride ion to the carbonyl group is rate determining step. So correct answer is B. Next one, which of the following reagents reacts differently with formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, acetone? HCN can react with 3 to the same extent: formaldehyde cyanohydrin, acetaldehyde cyanohydrin, acetone cyanohydrin. So for us HCN is not correct answer. Hydrazine also reacts with these three compounds to give hydrazone, formaldehyde hydrazone, acetaldehyde hydrazone. But if you take ammonia with formaldehyde, it gives hexamethylene tetramine. With acetaldehyde, it gives acetaldimine. With acetone, it reacts to give acetone amine, acetone ammonia. That's why ammonia reacts differently with these three carbonyl compounds. So correct answer is D. Ethylidene chloride is hydrolyzed with aqueous NaOH. The product is. So we should know what is ethylidene. Idene stands for geminal. So on the same carbon of ethyl, first you write ethyl means two carbons. You keep, since idene is there, you keep two chlorines on the same carbon. This is ethylidene chloride. No need to tell dichloride, that is understood whenever we are using idene. It is subjected to hydrolysis with aqueous NaOH. So during the hydrolysis what happens? Two chloride ions are substituted by two OH groups. geminal diol, gem diol is formed. We know gem diol is highly unstable, so as soon as gem diol is produced, there is a chance for the removal of H2O molecule from two OH groups. Dehydration takes place, producing carbonyl compound. So between carbon and oxygen, double bond is created. So final product obtained is acetaldehyde or ethanol. So correct answer is C. For obtaining ethyl methyl ketone from acetyl chloride, which of the following reagent can be employed? So what we have to prepare? Ethyl methyl ketone. Ethyl one side, methyl other side, 2-butanone. That we have to prepare from acetyl chloride, CH3COCl. Now you check the options. Methyl magnesium bromide. When methyl magnesium bromide is used, so what happens? CH3 attacks at carbonyl carbon, Cl minus will go. We can get CH3COCH3. Dimethyl ketone we can get. So first option is wrong. Reaction with hydrogen iodide, it gives alkane. Next, Lindlar's reagent, it gives acetaldehyde. With Lindlar's reagent we can get CH3COH. Then the correct option is reaction with diethyl cadmium. This is SN2 reaction, diethyl cadmium. So since carbon is attached to lesser electronegative cadmium, it acts as nucleophile. So this nucleophile attacks at electrophilic carbon of the acetyl chloride, then C2H5 one side, CH3 other side. This is the correct answer. So the correct answer is reaction with diethyl cadmium. Acetylene plus mercuric sulfate and sulfuric acid. In this reaction, what happens? Addition of H2O takes place, acid catalyzed hydration. After that, X is obtained. X undergoes reduction, forming Y. Y reacts with red phosphorus and bromine to give Z. So you have to find out Z. First, acetylene undergoes hydration in the presence of acidified mercuric ions. It follows Markovnikov rule. Of course, here no need to apply Markovnikov rule. We can get enol form. Enol form is unstable, we know. So immediately it undergoes tautomerization. During the tautomerization, H is shifted to carbon, alpha carbon, pi bond is shifted. So after the tautomerization, we can get CH3COH, acetaldehyde. So X is acetaldehyde. Then X is reduced with LiAlH4. We know by the reduction with LiAlH4, carbonyl compound becomes alcohol. Since acetaldehyde is primary, it is aldehyde, it undergoes reduction to give primary alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol. After the formation of ethyl alcohol, it is reacted with phosphorus and bromine. Phosphorus and bromine. Red phosphorus plus bromine inside of the test tube, it provides PbR3. PbR3, bromine replaces OH. Then ethyl bromide we can get. Nice, that is Z. So Z is nothing but ethyl bromide. Correct answer is D. Next, self-condensation of 2 moles of ethyl acetate in the presence of sodium ethoxide. This is Claisen ester condensation. Claisen ester condensation. 2 moles of ethyl acetate. This is ethyl acetate. 2 moles we have to take, of course. So when 2 moles are taken, the alpha hydrogen of one molecule is taken by base C2H5O minus sodium ethoxide is the base. H is removed as H plus. Alpha carbon comes and attacks at carbonyl carbon. C2H5O minus is removed. Then we can get CH3, CO, CH2, COO, C2H5. This is acetic ester. Aceto group is the substituent. The parent compound is ester. This is parent compound ester. Ethyl acetoacetate. This is also called ethyl acetoacetate, or it comes under the category aceto CH3CO aceto acetic CH3CO acetic ester. So correct answer is acetoacetic ester. Option C is correct. Number of cross products in the given reaction will be. So this is also Claisen ester condensation in the presence of base alpha hydrogen. In both the compounds, alpha hydrogen is there. So that's why there are two cross compounds. First, ethyl acetate is the substrate, CH3COO C2H5. This is a substrate, and the reagent C6H5 CH2 COO C2H5. Now this is a reagent which provides attacking nucleophile. So alpha carbon becomes attacking nucleophile, attacks at electrophilic carbon. We can get one cross product, cross ester condensation product, CH3CO CH C6H5 down COO C2H5. So in the next one, this is one cross product. In this next one, you change the substrate and attacking nucleophile. C6H5CH2 COO C2H5, you take it as substrate, and then ethyl acetate is taken as reagent, CH3 COO C2H5. So at this time again alpha carbon attacks at this, then the product obtained is C6H5 CH2CO CH2COO C2H5. So like this, two cross products we can get. C is the correct answer. Next one, this is given palmitic acid. When it is subjected to reduction, it becomes alcohol. So COOH part only becomes alcohol. So CH3 CH2 taken 14 CH2OH. COOH part is reduced by LiLH4 to give CH2OH. So that is X. So in the options, X given is correct. Next one, when it is reacted with hydrochloric acid, OH is replaced with Cl. So CH3 CH2 taken 14, CH2OH will become CH2Cl. That is Y. So you check the options. Y also correct. Next, it is reacted with magnesia in the presence of diethyl ether followed by ethylene oxide. With diethyl ether, it becomes Grignard's reagent. It becomes Grignard's reagent. I will explain here. CH3, CH2 taken 14, CH2MgCl. That is Grignard's reagent. After the formation of Grignard's reagent, it is reacted with ethylene oxide, oxirane. This is ethylene oxide. CH2 minus nucleophile attacks at one of the electrophilic carbons. Ring is opened. Later that takes H plus forming OH. CH3 CH2 14, CH2, then CH2 CH2 OH. That's all. That is the next one. What is that? Z. So here 14, two more CH2s you can add. CH3 CH2 taken 16, CH2OH is the Z. When this is subjected to oxidation by potassium permanganate, CH2OH first it becomes aldehyde. Since KMnO4 is stronger oxidizing agent, further it undergoes oxidation to give COOH. So final product W must be COOH, but here given only CHO. So D is wrong. A, B, C, 3 are correct. This is multi-answered question. A, B, C, 3 are correct. Next one, cyanide. Cyanide undergoes reduction to give CH2NH2. CHCN on reduction with LiAlH4 gives CH2NH2 primary amine. So let us take C total compound we can take CO OC2H5 one side, other side CH2 CH2 CN. After the reduction by LiAlH4 it becomes amine one side, CH2 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 NH2. After the formation of this amine, what happens? Intramolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place. Amide is formed. NH through its lone pair attacks at carbonyl carbon. C2H5O minus is eliminated. Keto group also reduced to alcohol. Keto group is reduced to give alcohol with LiAlH4. So everything COOC2H5 ester undergoes reduction with LiAlH4. So the carbonyl group becomes CH2OH, C2H5O becomes C2H5OH. That is separate. After that CH2CH2CN will become CH2NH2. So in the same compound OH is there, NH2 is there. That's why through lone pair this undergoes protonation first. OH undergoes protonation first with NH2. N through its lone pair attacks at alpha carbon. Then it becomes CH2N. H is taken by OH and forming H2O. NH. So between N and CH2 there are 3 more CH2s. CH2, CH2, CH2. So now these two are attached. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 membered ring is formed. 5 membered cyclic amide is the answer. So 5 membered cyclic amide, D is the correct answer. Next, consider the acidity of the following carboxylic acids: benzoic acid, orthonitrobenzoic acid, paranitro, and then metanitrobenzoic acid. So acidic strength is increased by electron withdrawing group. NO2 is strong electron withdrawing group. But among 3, ortho, para and meta, at ortho position this is the strongest electron withdrawing group. Moreover, ortho effect. Any group present at ortho position can increase the acidic strength of benzoic acid. So ortho is the strongest. After that, because of strong withdrawing nature, by minus R effect and minus I effect. At para position, it is acting as strong electron withdrawing group when compared with meta. So after ortho, para, after that meta, after that benzoic acid. So ortho B is the strongest. Next to C, after that D, after that A. B, C, D, A. B is the correct answer. Next, a fruity smell is produced by the reaction of ethyl alcohol. Fruity smell is because of the formation of ester. So alcohols react with acids in the presence of a catalyst acid to give esters. So since ethyl alcohol is given, it reacts with acetic acid forming ester, ethyl acetate ester, which has fruity smell. Which of the following order of relative acidic strength? Electron withdrawing group increases acidic strength. Electron withdrawing group increases acidic strength. So here fluorine, add fluorine, chlorine and bromine. These are all electron withdrawing groups by minus I effect. So minus I effect depends on the electronegativity. That's why fluorine is strongest withdrawing group, next chlorine, next bromine. So based on these three, in A, fluorine is the withdrawing group, next chlorine, next bromine. As the minus I effect increases, acidic strength increases. That's why the correct answer is A. Next, which of the following structure represents neoprene? So neoprene is a synthetic rubber which is obtained by the polymer chloroprene, CH2 double bond CCl, CH double bond CH2. This is chloroprene, 2-chloro 1,3-butadiene. During the polymerization, what happened? Terminal carbon will become free and pi bond is shifted and another pi bond is broken. So finally only one pi bond is broken, another pi bond is just shifted. So terminal CH2 looking for the bond with another monomer, Cl remains present. Double bond is shifted from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. CH, CH2 dash. So this is the monomer repeating unit present in polychloroprene, that is also called neoprene. So the correct answer is A. Next one, which of the following is classified as polyester polymer? So condensation polymers are formed due to the formation of ester or amide between two monomers. For the formation of ester, acid and alcohol groups are required. In one monomer acid should be there, another monomer alcohol must be there. Between those two, condensation polymerization takes place due to the formation of ester bond. That is called polyester. Sometimes in one monomer acid is present, in another monomer amine is present. At that time amide bond is formed between them. That is called polyamide. So condensation polymers divide into two types. Pterylene, this is also called Dacron. This is formed by the condensation polymerization between terephthalic acid, benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid is terephthalic acid, and another one is ethylene glycol, two monomers, ethylene glycol. So at this time what happens? OH and H both are removed as H2O. Then both get condensed by the formation of ester bond. So this is polyester. So bakelite is amide, melamine is amide, nylon 6 also amide polymer. Answer is pterylene. Of the following, polymer formation from monomers starts by addition polymerization. Mechanism of the polymerization may be addition, may be condensation. So here addition reaction not given, that's why condensation reaction between monomers. That is the correct option. Teflon is a polymer of Teflon is nothing but polytetrafluoroethylene. So number of tetrafluoroethylene molecules undergo polymerization to give polytetrafluoroethylene. This is polytetrafluoroethylene, also called Teflon. So the monomer present here is tetrafluoroethylene. Which of the following is elastomer? Elastomer, when the polymer plastic which is stretched on increasing the pressure and gets compact structure, original structure after the more of pressure. So when external pressure is used, polymer will be stretched. When the external pressure is removed, it gets its original shape. Such type of plastics are called elastomers. Here vulcanized rubber. After the vulcanization from natural rubber, it gets more elastic nature. So answer is A. The monomer of natural rubber. Natural rubber is nothing but polyisoprene. CH2 double bond CCH3, CH double bond CH2. 2-methyl 1,3-butadiene is isoprene. Its common name is isoprene. So number of isoprene units, as just now we discussed about the polychloroprene, formation of polychloroprene, same procedure. Isoprene, number of isoprene units join each other to give natural rubber. The S in Buna S rubber. Buna S rubber is nothing but the copolymer of butadiene and styrenes under the catalyst sodium. So Bu indicates butadiene, S indicates styrene, and Na stands for catalyst sodium. Formation of polyethylene from calcium carbide. 1, 2, 3 steps. So first, calcium carbide convert into acetylene, that acetylene converted into ethylene, that ethylene converted into polyethylene. So CaC2, finally it is becoming CH2. Stoichiometry relation we can take. Calcium carbide molecular weight, calcium 40, carbon 12, so 64 grams of calcium carbide totally after 3 steps get converted into C2H4, meaning 12, 4, 24, 28. So 64 grams of calcium carbide, when participated in this reaction, produces 28 grams of polythene. So they are asking 64. This is negligible. 64 kilograms. 64 kilograms can produce 28 kilograms of polythene. So answer is 28. So children, you try to solve as many problems as possible. Okay, with this I will complete this one. All the best.